Hey, everybody out there in Sim World, welcome to the nightcap, last game of the evening. We have the first battle of the season, first game for both these teams. Reigning Treys hosting Best Coast. Behind the mic, you have my own good self, Elava, and I am joined by Siege. Siege, what do you foresee in this one? It's going to be our first look in real action at both these squads.
Oh, I foresee if nothing else, a fun time to watch Jaffet Towns play basketball. That I know for sure. It's great to be back with you in the boothie here in one of my favorite arenas in the Rain Asylum. I love the theme. I love what they got going on, but we got a lot to watch. You know, right before the season, there was all that drama. Was DJ Davis getting the ball enough? Is he going to be a big enough part of their game plan to appease him? Is Suno Chapa really a number one? We're going to find that out tonight, but one thing we can count on for sure is that Jaffet Towns is still good at basketball, so I'm excited to watch that.
Well, Treys controlled the tip, but Jason Crosser couldn't get the bucket. Ball goes out of bounds, and first offensive set of the year for Best Coast. Best Coast, of course, complete reload almost for this team. Returning only Dre Ryder and Suno Chapa transferring in. Different story on the other end of the court. Reigning Treys, very veteran squad, but they did lose Kevon Jackson controversially. Switching sides of the Washington State rivalry, going over to Cascadia and Best Coast. Gets on the board first, and there he sees Jaffet Towns immediately going to work on the other end. He's got two defenders on him, though, and has to back it out.
And not only did Kevon Jackson skip down, he has been playing light. Oh, he looked great in that first game. We'll see if that continues. Believe they're in action as we speak, actually. So I'm sure we'll hear from that game. But yeah, he's been doing great. We'll see if I know Big Bob told us he thinks that Jaffet was a product of Kevon Jackson. We'll see how true that is.
I like Jaffet the Prophet. We might have to coin that. You might want to go get that URL, turn into a hashtag, something.
Someone get that.
That's Travion Sherwood. Travion Sherwood, one of these veteran players for Reigning Treys, came up a little bit short, couldn't make the bucket, but a chance to get Treys first points of the year from the line. And he does. Sherwood, 6'11", 210-pounder out of Kennewick, Washington. Mentioned he was on the squad last year, known as a good shooter and post defender. And he, along with big and always getting bigger, Jason Crosser. We thought Jason Crosser was a man mountain last year when he was 7'1". He's bigger this year, folks. 7'2", 235-pounder. And he and Sherwood manning the front court. There's two starters down low for Coach Malik Ambar's Reigning Treys this year, and we're back to tied at 2.
Yeah, and hopefully Jason Crosser with that inch gained a little bit of extra coordination. I think that's what we're hoping for, but we'll just have to see.
Choppa's shot won't go. Here's the three on the other end, and that bricks as well. Both these teams pretty cold to start the first 90 seconds here.
It was Ethan Alexander just with the confidence pulling right up in transition.
Oof. Nice bucket there for Best Coast. You know, Best Coast, considered a surprise team last year, but this season, not sure what we're going to get. I mean, a lot of question marks around this Best Coast bunch. As another jumper from Alexander, but can't get that one to go either. But the putback is up and in.
Say what I'm seeing early is it looks like DJ Davis, who was kind of the center of all that, whatever rumors, whatever you want to call them that was going around. He's been guarding Jaffet Towns down on that end, and he's doing a really good job of keeping him in front of him.
Allen's got his hands on that ball, knocked it away, but Best Coast able to come up with it. Evangelos Mullins is gone. It is really all changed here. Choppa looked to be one of the new leaders on this squad, but his three-pointer just quite won't go down early in this one. Oh, there's Towns trying to work on Davis. Little right-handed hook shot won't go.
I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing from DJ Davis on the defensive side. I know he was brought in and over the offseason kind of seen as a sharp shooter, that kind of player, but the defense he's playing on Jaffet Towns is sensational so far.
Towns and Davis really going at each other here. Not a whole lot of offensive fireworks from the two of them so far, but love the defensive effort we're seeing from both those star players. And Asher Benedict swings it back over to Jaffet. Oh, and he lost it in traffic there. The other way. Here comes Best Coast. Oh, nice move.
Ooh,
Oh, but nice recovery. Look at Sherwood get over there with the late block. Alexander's going to pull up again, and once again comes up short. I think that's 0 for 3 now. Ethan Alexander to start this game.
Might be time to start looking towards the basket.
Well, Chapa picked up his dribble, has to give it up.
Ooh.
Both these teams looking a little bit tight. Oh, that's a fantastic block there from Crosser. Used his 7'2" frame well to get in front of that. What a pass! Oh, but no finish.
All right, we're gonna need to get Ethan Alexander out of this game. We're gonna need to get him out of this game real quick. He needs to take a breather, collect himself, because these shots are not going. Oh my God!
Oh, look at that step back there. But once again, both these teams have had everything going on, but the finish, I'd say. Fett once more to the rack, but once more comes up dry.
What I will say is I'm not seeing any kind of offensive organization from either of these teams. As Arlo Cook puts a little pop shot in over the defender, but I'm not seeing any kind of game plan offensively. They're not running any sets.
Well, maybe both these coaches need to get a look at what their new players can do before they start to run anything on a they've written up. But we're going to take a quick commercial break here. 3:39 to go in the first quarter. Best Coast up by 2.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or
Still to be happy about.
you're up 2-0?
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
And we are back in a low-scoring defensive battle so far. Some subs coming in. Jimmy King has entered the game. Reigning Treys. I'm interested to see what Jimmy can do. A nice debut in the SimWorld prep level last year as just a 15-year-old, a year older, a year more developed. 3 on the way here from Best Coast, however, but we still haven't gotten either team to get one down. But it's not for lack of trying, Siege.
No, it's not. We haven't seen a bucket from either kind of the so-called number ones, Jaffet or Suno Chapa so far. Both have been a little bit cold to start this one.
John Fugate also out in there, and he gets it underneath. Oh, time running out, but there you go. Brandon Crawford just entered the game, gets his first 2 of the young season, ties things up.
I really like Brandon Crawford's game. He's got kind of a very tough interior game. We saw it there with some footwork down there to get himself a nice little hook at the basket. Yeah, I think he should add a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him kind of start taking some minutes away from Jason Crosser if Crosser doesn't figure out what he's doing out there.
Oh, what a little 1-2. Once again, everything was beautiful except the finish.
Boom.
There we go. There's some guaranteed points. Stuff through. He just entered the game. DeAndre Green, 6'9", 16-year-old from Compton, California. Double team over there on Crawford. He passes out of that and finds an open teammate for 3. Our first 3-pointer made in this contest, and it's Fugate that splashes that home. 6'4", 17-year-old out of Oregon.
Okay, he's not far. Ooh.
I feel like we're on a little offensive heat wave here, Siege, compared to what we saw those first opening 5-6 minutes.
It's coming. They're getting comfortable, and that's the second little mid-range little popping shot that we've seen from Arlo Cook. He's looking like he's got a nice game in that area.
Outside shot once again won't go. You don't necessarily expect Treys to be a prolific outside shooting team. They are the tallest team in SimWorld. Shortest player is only 6'4", and of course they've got the towering Crosser at 7'2", man in the middle.
I mean,
Osuno makes a statement. A lot expected from him in Santa Barbara. If Best Coast is to have a above 500 kind of year, they're going to need Suno Chapa to contribute. And boy, did he right there. Under a minute to go now. Another three on the way from Treys and another miss.
and I'm hearing that from News Across the World Prep, H-Town Hoopers just took down Southeast Select in their opener. That game just finished up. H-Town Hoopers finishing 79-76 with a pretty star-studded performance by our newcomer in Houston, Corey Yams. Corey Yams had himself quite a day. Just share it with our viewers here who are tuned in. Maybe didn't get to catch the end of that one, but Yams put up 28 rebounds and 4 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal.
Did I hear that correctly? Did you just say 28 rebounds?
20 points,
hear that?
8 rebounds. 20 points, 8 rebounds.
Right. Thank you for the clarification. If anybody else out there was confused, I had my jaw on the floor for a minute.
Oh, and a game high, 28 points from Olvin Carballo, the cousin of Gabe Hope.
Not as much going on here in this one, 12-9 after one.
Delivery. Give me a shot if anybody comes in. You got it. Bud Light, the mother load. Hey, here it comes. Hide. Did you hear something?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Bartender, 20 Bud Lights. Oh no!
Make it a Bud Light.
Teams combined to go 1 for 12 from deep in that opening quarter. The only three hit by Fugate of reigning Treys, but the Treys shot just 18% overall in that opening stance. I'm kind of surprised this game's as close as it is, although Best Coast extends to a game-high 5-point advantage. 14-9 on that little inside shot.
I'm surprised. I know he was cold and wasn't shooting well, didn't make a single basket, but I'm surprised Jaffet's been off the court for this long.
Turn around there, and that goes down. That's Tommy White, 15-year-old from Alaska, 6'6". Versatile player, can play a little guard, can play a little forward. Oh, and look at that. Both teams have suddenly found their stroke. Tyler Hunt, another SimWorld newcomer, 6'1", 16-year-old.
And maybe they just needed to get those first game jitters out in the first quarter, and maybe we'll see some good hoops now. Oh, Tommy White back at it.
He's feeling it. Oh, can get that second one to go though.
I'll tell you what, though, E, that's a
Six-point advantage.
lethal move if he can perfect it. Whoa.
Yep, rotating over way too late. Tyler Hunt, another bucket. 8-point advantage now for Best Coast, and still early in this one, but the homestanding Treys, crowd kind of up on their feet. They're trying to get their boys back into this contest. Shot inside, will not go. Rebound battled for, up and in. Crawford again. Crawford's had a nice little game so far. Probably the star of the reigning Treys. 6'10", 15-year-old out of Whittier, California.
Oh, my God, Tyler. Okay.
3 on the way. You know
That
what
was a
Whittier
good
is
check.
most famous for, Siege? You know what Whittier on the map?
No, let me know.
Hometown of former president, now deceased, Richard Nixon. Richard Milhouse Nixon. Whittier, California.
You
I have
learn
been to
something
the
new every day.
Presidential Library. I have been to the Nixon Presidential Library down there, as a matter of fact. So that is a deep three. Will not go. Oh, look at that. Crawford had the rebound, but he had it stolen right out of his hands. He comes back up with that one, however.
Tyler Hunt, he hit those 2 quick baskets. They looked really nice, and now he looks like Jordan Poole.
So sad for Jordan Poole, by the way, when you become a negative go-to reference. Got it coming, though. Got it coming. Well, the Treys have just wound the shot clock down. They're going to have to get something up here. I don't think Crawford got that off in time. No, he did not.
And
Ball's
that's
going
what I was
over to
saying.
West Coast.
That's what I was saying earlier. I don't see a lot of sets being run from these teams. I'm not seeing a lot of movement in the half court. And I mean, that comes down to coaching at the end of the day. But your guys have to have something to run.
Well, we got 2 new coaches, too. Coach Dominguez. Oh, nice takeaway. Great hands. Soft hands from the big man there, Crosser. But I feel like both of these coaches don't feel they exactly know who they've got yet, quite frankly. And maybe that's not unreasonable first game of the season.
There's some figuring out to do for sure, but you got to have some basic sets to run. Ooh, Asher Benedict with the long ball.
That's right. Benedict says, here's what I think of your set, Siege. I'm just going to crank up a 3 and nail it and bring this game back to within 1 point. Best Coast had led by as much as 7.
No, what do I know?
You know plenty, Siege, and anybody who comes into the SimWorld Discord knows that. And of course, if you're tuned in tonight, you got to be on our Discord. Benedict, once again, this time he's going to try to work some magic inside. Can't get it to go. Little shot over 2 defenders. Oh, hard foul. Oh, but they're going to go against Ryder. Wow. The charge,
White.
excellent. Tommy White's having a game so far.
He's looking like an asset.
250, you know, the 2 15-year-olds on reigning Treys, I think, have had the best performances so far this first half. Tommy White getting it done, and so's Brandon Crawford.
Yeah, and that's a promising thing. You got 2 guys. I mean, one can play the 4, one can play the 5. That's a front court that you've got for the next couple of years at 15 years old. So, I mean, that's something you like to see. Yeah, you got Jaffet for the year. He doesn't look great now, but we still know what he's capable of. And Crosser with those long arms, he's gonna always pile up a few steals.
And that's what Jason Crosser does best. Look at that, getting the ball up court in transition, finding a teammate for an easy layup. Treys have taken the lead here. They have stormed all the way back. This is an 8-point run for them, and 6 to go in the second quarter. A little bit of a seesaw battle now after a tight defensive first half. We're going to step away for another quick second and don't go anywhere. Rest of the second quarter when we return. Seattle.
And to make it 2-possession game, and they will.
Definitely gonna have to go elsewhere.
Well, the home squad has retaken a lead here about midway through the second period. Chapa back out on the court now. West Coast Ballers, and they have the ball. DJ Davis also out there with it.
Now, let's not forget.
3 on the way from Chapa, and he nails it.
There it is. There it is. But let's not forget that DJ Davis said if he didn't see enough shots, he was just going to start taking his own out there. I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing that at some point.
Well, he also reined those comments in somewhat afterward, to be fair. Hey, look at that. Jaffet fills it up for the first time this year, I believe. He's on the board. Ties things up. That was
the second. He had to see that first layup go off that pass from Jason Crosser. Oh, my God. Ali Cortez.
I know you're a big Ali Cortez fan, Siege. I know you like that 6'3" kid out of Lakewood. Another 15-year-old rising star. It's been the story of the youngsters so far tonight.
They're young. They're ready to make their mark, and I mean, they came to play. Ooh!
Both these squads starting to heat up here. Reigning Treys have significantly brought up that 18% shooting percentage from the first 8 minutes of action. Still West Coast ahead by 1. They got the ball now. Davis in those bright green shoes. Oh, he'd fit in on Treys with those kicks. Comes back up with it, gets the shot off, but can't get it in. Crosser with the rebound.
We got Crosser. Here he is pushing the floor.
I do believe Jason Crosser has a bright basketball future at the college level, maybe even further with that big frame and that offensive skill set. And right now he's got a much smaller player on him, and Davis can turn around and nail it.
Mouse in the house. I don't know why he decided to fade away when he had that big of a size, almost a foot of a size advantage. But hey, if it worked out, and it looked pretty, so we'll take it.
Davis once again tries to go to work. And once again, Jaffet Towns locked up with him. Oh, he shook him right there, though. Way short of the shot.
You're not going to get a much more open look than that, E.
Sure, he's got a smaller defender on him, too, and he gets his bucket to go. 3-point advantage now for the Treys. We're under 90 seconds to go here in the first half.
And that size advantage you mentioned earlier that Reigning Treys is going to have over just about every team in SimWorld Prep is starting to show itself a little bit here.
Davis passes it over to Suno. He's got Sherwood on him. It's a tough defender to try to shoot over. Davis got another open look, but once again, he is just a mile short on his jumpers tonight.
Oh, good dish.
Yep.
I'm actually impressed with what I'm seeing from Jaffet Towns playing off ball so far. That's the second bucket he's had, I believe, coming off of a nice back cut straight to the rim. And it's nice to see a guy who's so talented with the ball in his hand be able to play off the ball as well. Oh.
Appa, that wasn't easy. Degree of difficulty still just counts for 2, but made it look pretty for sure. Benedict swings it over to Jaffet, swings it back. 30 seconds now to play in this half. Oh, look at that. Too easy.
There he is.
Defender just got lost. Almost got lulled to sleep right there.
A little James Harden action there. Lull the defender to sleep, hit a jumper. Beautiful.
Well, West Coast had a 7-point lead earlier, just here in the second quarter. It's been a flip of the script after that. They're holding here for one shot, and it looks like Suno is going to take it. Once again, his outside jumper has not been going so far in this one. Crosser rebounds and content just to dribble it out. The home squad up by 5 after the opening 16 minutes. And boy, Siege, after a defensive or maybe offensively inept start, things kind of heated up. A little bit of teeter-totter swinging both ways. Who impressed you most? It's got to be one of the kids, right?
I mean, like you said, the 15-year-old is showing out tonight. I like what I'm seeing from Brandon Crawford. I like what I'm seeing from Tommy White a lot. I'd like to see him get a little more play time. Also, I do like what I'm seeing from Crosser so far. He's not, doing anything flashy, but he's doing everything fundamentally really well. Hasn't messed up anything, no turnovers. And on the other side, Tyler Hunt looks like a little bit of a flamethrower, a J.R. Smith type. He got hot, then he took some bad shots. But other than him, Ali Cortez looks really good. And Arlo Cook looked really good for West Coast Ballers. So both teams probably kind of trying to figure out what they're going to look like this year, and they both have some pieces to start off with.
Look at that. Reigning Treys from 18% after 8 up to 44 here at halftime. Comeback, second half here in Bellevue. Reigning Treys going to look to hold on to this lead.
I've invited Pedro over.
Pedro, my man!
We need to talk about something.
Great. Let's talk.
What's new, Pedro?
Look, Tim, for the past 12 years, Pedro and I have been having an affair.
What? I did not see that coming. At all. Pedro Jr., go to your room. Don't make that face. And take that ridiculous shirt off. Daddy loves you. Sorry, what were you talking about?
Summer Kid season! Make 'em sweat.
Second half just starting here in Bellevue, Washington. The home squad up by 5. In siege for the trailing Best Coast Ballers. Well, they have possession right now, but what I don't think they have is I don't think they figured out who is going to replace Lace Darius Outlaw. And I don't think you entirely can replace him, but you do need a new number 1, a new leader on this team. Here's one candidate for it, Suno Chapa. DJ Davis probably the other, but I don't feel like there's an obvious candidate to necessarily be the guy on this Best Coast squad this year. Maybe they'll figure that out over the course of the season, but...
Yeah, I'm going on record. I really like Ali Cortez's game. I think Arlo Cook's got a nice game. But you, like you said, you can't replace what Lace Darius Outlaw did. There's no replacing that. You can fill that with a couple of different guys playing different roles and kind of maybe a more team-oriented game, but there's nobody... Maybe in all of SimWorld Prep, but definitely not on this Best Coast Ballers roster who can emulate what Lace Darius Outlaw was doing last year.
If Lace Darius was Batman, Evangelos Mullins was probably his inside banging Robin. I thought Dre Ryder might grow into that role, but so far he's had a pretty quiet game so far tonight.
Well, there's DJ Davis hitting his first shot of the night.
A lot expected from DJ Davis. He has played good defense to his credit, but he's kind of kept Jafet Towns in check, no doubt about that. Brandon Crawford, ooh, good-looking shot, wouldn't quite go down. I like what I've seen from that youngster there.
Ooh, good pull.
Ooh, nice interior rebound. Almost Evangelos Mullins-like inside there.
Whoa!
Oh, he got it to go.
That's a tough chase.
Willard Krause, 6'7", 215-pounder out of San Diego. Maybe he heard me. He's like, no, I'm the new evangelist around here. Don't worry, Lava. Got this.
Ooh, good take.
That's a speed move there.
All right, it's heating up here.
So
It's heating up here.
Oh, after the first 6 minutes, after the first quarter, really, I was like, we might be looking at a 2:47 kind of game here. We're going to be over that before this quarter's done, I'm pretty sure. At this rate. Double team comes there, passed out. 3 on the way from Cortez, and he nails it.
He's got a nice jumper. Very smooth shot.
Suno credit for that assist, too, to find him out there. We're all locked up again. What has been a back and forth game. Nice drive inside. Newgate feeling it.
Went from no offense to all offense, E. Well, I think we have our answer on if the earlier lack of scoring was due to good defense or bad offense. I think we know it was bad offense now.
Probably a little bit of nerves. 2 teams coming out tight, I would say. Joppa, yeah, he started this game 1 from 5. Oh, my Lord.
Get
Ryan
up, young
Fugate.
fella.
I expected to be seeing that from Japhet Towns all night long, but Ryan Fugate has really turned up his game here in the opener for these Treys. Good call for the offensive foul there. Subs entering. It's going to be wholesale substitutions. Well, not entirely. Joppa staying out there, but Heavenly Johnson, Hunt coming back in. Dre Ryder enters the game. Best Coast, and White, Crawford, and Benedict out on the floor now for the Treys, joined by Japhet Towns. Crawford has it. He's had a nice night.
And he's not giving it up. There it goes.
There you go.
All right, Jimmy.
Hey, he might even get an assist out of that as Jimmy King hits a bucket. Jimmy King, who, by the way, I know this from speaking to him directly before, Jimmy, named after Jimmy King of the Michigan Wolverine Fab Five. There's Dre Ryder scoring inside.
With a tough bump and go up with the ball. That was a nice little move down low. He saw the youngster Tommy White on him, and he said, I'm stronger than you. Watch this.
I could take this kid. Well, I'm not sure why King backed that out. He had a pretty free run to the rack right there. Ended up taking a more difficult shot. Does get back and put some good defense into play.
I'm not sure if that's Tyler Hunt or that's Michael Porter Jr. because I've not seen him pass the ball. As Japhet nails the 3.
5-point lead now for the Treys.
He's got the youngster on him again.
Didn't make it happen this time. Treys up the other way, looking to extend this lead.
Ooh.
They can close off this court. Oh, Jimmy King!
Oh, cake from Jimmy.
Pop Jimmy, 6'4", 215, 16-year-old out of Berkeley, California. Oh boy, almost went out of bounds there. I think that Heavenly Johnson almost dribbled that thing out. But, oh, second chance. Look once again.
They get it to go. Gotta finish.
Krause has done some good work inside. Oh boy, off balance 3. I think King just sort of lost control there. He was going to go out of bounds, or the ball was going to go out of bounds. So he's like, I'm just going to chuck this. Krause couldn't get that to go. Chance to extend the lead to what would be a game high for either team. Treys can get any kind of bucket. A free throw, a 3, a conventional 2 on this possession. Benedict. Free throw line jumper will not go down. And as we approach the 2-minute mark, West Coast looking to chop into this lead with Choppa. Can't get it done, though.
West Coast needs to figure something out on offense right now. Ooh, another great cut and a great dish to Japhet Towns. He's been getting a lot of his buckets just off of finding an open spot and getting a good pass from a teammate. That's not what we're accustomed to seeing from him after last year.
And give a hell of a lot of credit to the 15-year-old Brandon Crawford having a nice night, found his teammate there. There you go. Krause was sick of not making a few shots earlier. He corrected that there with the 2-hander up and in, doing his Evangelos Mullins impersonation. Well, I'll see while reigning Treys try to Pull them off with a timeout. We're going to take a quick break, too. Come right back. We're going to return here to the Rain Asylum. Seven-point lead for the Treys. Closing minute 35 we're coming up on here in the third quarter. Back to work. Going to Treys. Little spin ends in a two-handed finish. Ethan Alexander, he started this game ice cold. He's a little warmer than that right now.
That was a grown man move. The drop step around his defender into the dunk. Not the little lay, the dunk. Ooh.
Evan Johnson has the answer, however. I think that's the first time we've called his name tonight. One of the new recruits I was looking forward to seeing, 16-year-old, just 6 feet tall out of Los Angeles. He can elevate, as he shows you there, and throws it down. Oh, beautiful pass. Again, Asher Benedict underneath. Couldn't finish, but he does get fouled. He's going to go to the line.
You know, the thing I've been most impressed with when it comes to Reigning Treys, I mean, obviously it's been clear to anyone watching that it's not just been the Jaffet show like some people might have expected. He's been playing a lot of off-ball. He is leading them in scoring with 11 on 5 for 8 shooting, so good night for Jaffet. But what I'm really impressed with is the passing, the court vision, the facilitation from the big men here. We just saw that pass from Sherwood down low. Crawford's been making great passes. Crosser has been making great passes. These bigs are playing good defense. They're rebounding and they're facilitating, and that is a unique thing.
It absolutely is. I've noticed that as well. I mean, Crosser and Sherwood, we both know that they are good hands, offensively skilled players. We saw that last year. Brandon Crawford has been a revelation here tonight in his opening game. That's a big reason why, although, my Lord, somebody needs to stop This coast from attacking, getting quite like free looks like that. That's Jair Dunn, 16-year-old out of Huntington, Indiana. The flush. On top of Heaven Johnson's flush. In the prior possession. West Coast Ballerz definitely hanging around here.
Oh! The youngster been in the weight room with the strong move in the finish. Shout out Alaska. Shout out Sarah Palin.
Ami White out of Palmer, Alaska. Heard of Palmer, Alaska, Siege?
No, I have not.
No, not necessarily. Not very many people would have necessarily. Population just 6,000.
Oh my!
He's the pride of Palmer. He's got reigning Treys out to a 10-point lead here as we're getting the final ticks of this third quarter.
Palmer, I barely know her, E. Thank you.
Bucket there, cuts it back down to single digits. Asher Benedict, let's see if he's going to give this up or take it. He's just going to pop that and drill it. Just a two. He left enough time on the clock that West Coast can get something of a shot here off. Three-quarter heave.
Ooh. DJ almost put that one in.
A little closer to going in than DJ's had on a few other outside shots tonight. But hey, West Coast, they're not out of this. We got 8 minutes left, just a 10-point deficit. Come right back to the Renaissance.
Welcome home.
Mom, Dad, this is Cindy.
Cindy, yes.
So nice to meet both of you.
It's nice to meet you finally. Travis has told us so much about you.
All good things, I hope.
Yes, of course.
Lord.
Please,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh, Mom, no. Dad, this is Shannon.
Oh, hi.
Shannon.
And this is Aaron.
Hey, cutie.
That is Jessica. Jenny, Sarah, Megan,
Hi.
Nicole, Elizabeth.
Acts. Use in moderation.
Well, it's been Suno Chapa leading the way for Best Coast. He's got 11. 11 for Jaffet Towns, but reigning Treys, double-digit lead. In possession here to start the fourth quarter, looking to open their season on a good note at home. Oh, they were going to get another chance at a three-point play there as Dunn picks up the foul, but instead that's just going to send Ethan Alexander to the line for two.
He's had an interesting game. He started cold, but I guess coach continued to trust him, and he's come back in and had some nice plays. That big boy move inside with the powerful slam. I mean, he's ended up having a decent little game here.
He has a reputation as a shooter, Alexander, 6'6", 180-pounder out of Phoenix. Newcomer to the SimWorld Prep game, just 16 years old. You got a good shot of Jair Dunn, who just picked up that foul. Dunn, 6'9", 220. Moved west from Indiana, the Hoosier, to be part of this Best Coast Ballerz squad. Best Coast rebuild. Ollie Cortez, he's got 10 points in this game. He is just backing his defender down here, but can't get it to finish. Nice defense from Benedict. Yeah, I'll give him some credit there. Ooh. Quick three, up and in! That's Travion Sherwood. You do not expect to see a 6'11" forward just catch and shoot like that. Not at this age, not at this level.
Well, they don't call him the reigning Treys for nothing.
Started out really tough on that account. Just 1 for 7 in the first quarter. Great defense. All turned over. 15-point advantage now for Treys. They're looking to extend this and maybe go ahead and start to get some finishing touches on this. Although Crosser, who has had a nice night, Jason Crosser, but he couldn't get that bucket there down.
Yeah, and I just don't know if he's ever going to be the scoring type of big, but that's okay. That's okay. See a lot of bigs make a career off defending, rebounding, and he had his ability to see the floor and make the right pass on top of that. He'll have a career.
Alexander a little bit wild with that driving attempt. Still a 15-point advantage. The home squad.
Good dish.
Oh! Dish. Great finish, too, because, boy, I mean, Sherwood was right there to get a hand in the face in the shooting channel, but
Narlo Cook wanted a
didn't
foul.
matter. Oh,
Didn't get it.
sloppy pass from Benedict as well. Don't want to give best coach any daylight at all. Treys. You want to go ahead and keep your foot on the accelerator, but chance to cut the lead to 11, even to 10 with a made three. Another nice dish. Tough bucket. Won't go, however.
How much you want to bet he's going to pull up here? There it is.
Can't get it to go once again.
Ooh, big boy move. Big
Look
boy
at this.
move.
Look at this. DeAndre Green. We haven't called his number a whole lot tonight, but 6'9", 240-pounder. He's the load. One of the few players who can really match up with reigning Treys' size. Wow. Long range three from Alexander. Won't go, but look who was there to put it back up again once again. Avion Sherwood. I like that Sherwood and Crosser front court.
It's looking
I think
really
that's
good.
hard for other coaches and other teams to kind of know how to defend against. Certainly, it's proven that way tonight for Coach Dominguez and West Coast. They trail by 13. We're just under 5 minutes to play in the fourth. Gonna take a quick break. Coming right back.
SimWorld presents Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
What's up, everyone? This is Big Bob.
And this is Elava.
And we are the co-hosts of Around the Table with Ian the Fat Man.
Around the Table is the SimWorld Sports podcast where Big Bob and I give our takes on various sports from around the world.
Make sure to tune in every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time to hear our takes.
And don't forget to join in the conversation with us on Discord at discord.gg/SimWorldHoops.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter and YouTube at SimWorld4K. And as always,
see the game, be the game. Later, folks.
Point advantage, but still plenty of time in this one. The road team to get back into it. They do have the ball here. DJ Davis in hand once again, locked up. Jaffet, oh, and this time he gets around Jaffet and Jason Crosser to get a tough inside bucket. Has been fun to watch Davis and Towns go at each other all night.
my
Oh, that is one of the
God.
rare occasions where Jaffet has been able to just lose DJ. Decided to make him look bad right as I was praising him.
That's the Jaffet Towns that I'm accustomed to, watching him do stuff like that. But and we'll attribute some of that to reigning Treys look like a much more well-rounded team. He's got a lot more help this year. And I will give credit where credit is due. DJ Davis, when he's been on him, he's been a fantastic defender.
Sumo Chop, but not necessarily regarded as a three-point sharpshooter. Drained that one there, though. Got the lead back down to 10. Going to start to need some stops here, though, from Best Coast if they are going to make a run. We're more than halfway through this final stanza.
Ooh, there he is.
Well, that was just good. You know, I can't say anything bad about Best Coast defense there. I would let Alexander take that shot too, and he just
after the night he's had.
Yeah, and it wasn't like he was wide open in a ton of space or something. He just nailed it. Well, we saw the outside game from Suno. Now we see his inside. Still leading the way for these Best Coast ballers, but it's still an uphill climb, and the clock just continues to tick, tick, tick. Uh-oh. Oh, missed shot. Jaffet Towns worked himself into some clear air, but couldn't put it down.
It's only an 11-point game here. It's not over yet if they can get a couple quick buckets here.
We have definitely seen comebacks bigger than this and less time than this. Oh, nice inside move. I'm telling you, I'm getting some Evangelos Mullins flashes from Kraus.
I think I'm seeing it too.
Providing a little bit of inside presence. And there's Jaffet. He's just going to work now.
He said, I've been sitting back, just kind of playing off ball, letting the youngsters do their things, but I still got it.
3 on the way from Davis. He still has not got one tonight. Another inside rebound, but this time block. I think that was Sherwood that swatted it.
That was Ethan Alexander.
Well, that was Alexander got that. You're right.
Oh, God.
Once again, way too quick.
He's looking like a Harlem Globetrotter out there on that one. He just dribbling around the defender.
If he can get switched on to Kraus consistently, he's going to blow by him. No doubt about it. That is not Wilhelm Kraus's specialty, staying in front of somebody as quick and crafty as Jaffet Towns. DJ Davis, regarded as actually one of the fastest players in the SimWorld game. Much more adept in that role. Shot there won't go. Lead back up to 13 and down well under 2 minutes now. Tough shot from Crosser, but he gets it to go. That might be your coffin nail there. Well, got some good cross-town results. Cascadia has also won tonight's Siege. So it looks like the Seattle area arch rivals are going to both come out victors tonight.
Doing well for themselves tonight.
State of Washington. Hey, maybe, we talked up California and Texas last year in SimWorld and talked about them maybe being the top 2 states for talent this year as well. Maybe that's true, but the state of Washington might be where enough of the right talent has come together, make a splash. Race to 1 coming up at the end of the year. Asher Benedict getting in on the action. 17-point advantage, biggest lead of the game. We're under 1 minute. Reigning Treys are going to go to 1-0 on the season. It's back to the drawing board for Coach Dominguez and Best Coast. They're going to be 0-1.
Well, and we kind of assumed they were going to have some things to figure out. I mean, this is an all-new roster they've got here. The only returner is Dre Ryder. A lot of them are very young, and that's just unfair, E.
Well, Siege, that's your game MVP right there. No controversy with that one. Jaffet Towns, but hey, I really did like what I saw from the 2 15-year-olds on the Treys, Brandon Crawford and Tommy White. Maybe the future is now, and the future is bright in Bellevue.
Absolutely.
And you want me to get alliterative? I can freestyle on the alliteration.
I'd like to hear it.
Don't worry about that. You just did.
I'd like to hear it again.
Pressure. No pressure for the Treys at the end of this one. Easy winners, 19-point victory. Jaffet Towns dribbles it out. He's your game MVP, leading all players in scoring tonight. Crowd appreciative of his efforts. The youngsters And we are appreciative of you tuning in tonight. Remember, come back. We got more action on SimWorld TV. Hey, it's just rolling all this week. I want to say that for everybody at SimWorld, for my producer, Ron Yell, for my broadcasting partner, Siege, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you later, folks.
This has been a presentation